All this work that we're doing, brothers, for this ministry, eventually is going to pay off. You better believe it, man. It's going to pay off like you'll never believe. Okay? And by the way, we're the highest value male on this planet. The men of the Lord, the men of this truth, the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the highest value male there is.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, and rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lick out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lick, the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. What I want to get into today, all right, is dealing with, okay, these two words, all right, hopeless and romantic, because say last few days, brothers have been responding, all right, to these two females, all right, they have a very westernized, all right, low expectancy, low self-esteem mindset, and that mindset has been bred in our people, okay, through this captivity, all right, and through the media and music, okay, of Western culture, okay. Now, I want to deal with the name Hopeless Romantic, and this is not, dealing with the female, and her name is Hopeless Romantic, but we deal with ideas, because it's ideology that dominates the minds of our people. The scriptures gives us a new perspective, and we're born again from the ideologies that we was brought up on, because we was all brought up on Western anti-Messiah, individualism, selfish, okay, low self-esteem ideology, okay, in the West, especially here in America, and what this is an attack on the mindset, because the Lord will have one person leave a comment, all right, and that comment, all right, will be the speak towards the mindset of a lot of people. There's a lot of women, okay, a lot of females, I'm calling females, a lot of females that feel, this way when it comes to certain aspects of the scriptures, all right, of the kingdom, okay, the patriarch, men's authority, okay, men's rank, the matriarch of this society is highly offended, and when you go into that word hopeless, let's get that word hopeless first, okay. It says hopeless, it says feeling or causing despair about something. And when you go into the synonyms, it goes into despairing, without hope, downhearted, okay, demoralized, that losing mentality, okay, downcast, you see, beyond hope, beyond repair, okay, beyond remedy, beyond recovery. And a lot of our people, they're beyond recovery. Their mind is so gone and so warped, and they refuse, all right, to let the physician Yahweh Shai, okay, heal, okay, that their mind is beyond repair. All right, and even says that in the scriptures. Let me get that real quick. That's spoken of in Jeremiah. This is, and not saying that the female hopeless romantic, she's personally beyond repair, but if she stays in that mindset, all right, she will be deemed beyond repair, beyond hope. Okay, she doesn't repent, all right, humble down, listen, learn, and understand what's going on. All right, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 25, okay, verse let's see, might be 24. Yep, Jeremiah 24. Okay. This is Jeremiah 24, and I started at 2. Okay, going to pretty much similitude. It says one basket had very good figs. Well, I started one. It says the Lord showed me, and behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord, after that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captives Jeconiah, the son of Joachim, king of Judah, and the princes of Judah, with the carpenters, the smith from Jerusalem, and had brought them to Babylon. One basket had very good figs, even like the figs that are first ripe. All right, going to those first fruits as well, man. And the other basket had very naughty figs, which could not be eaten, they were so bad. Then said the Lord unto me, what seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, figs, the good figs, very good, and the evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten, they are so evil. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thus said the Lord, the power of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place in the land of the Chaldeans for their good. So the elect, all right, we will all go into captivity, northern and southern kingdom. Okay, the elect, the non-elect, we will all go into captivity. But this captivity, all right, will work in favor of the elect because it will teach us to appreciate righteousness, man. Okay, to appreciate the culture, all right, and the wisdom that the Lord gave us from the beginning, those laws, statutes, and commandments, and in order. We will appreciate those things, man. All right, that's what this captivity has taught us, man. All right, it said, for I will set my eyes upon them for good, and will bring them again to the land, and will build them and not pull them down, and will plant them and not pluck them up. See, the kingdom of heaven starts with, all right, an idea, okay? And the idea forms into a mindset, and that mindset forms a lifestyle, okay? And that's where you get culture from, okay? The kingdom of heaven is righteous cultural norms. When you go to cultural norms, it goes into the behavior, all right, of a community, of a people. Okay, what's accepted and what's not accepted. All right, and then as we, all right, continue to being washed by this word, we begin to create those righteous cultural norms. Okay, now, this is verse 7, and it says, and I will give them a heart to know me, that I am the Lord, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power, for they shall return unto me with their whole heart, which is our mind. And those evil figs, they're so bad that they can't even be used. Okay, to the point that they're hopeless, man. That's the non-elect of our people. Okay, so this name, hopeless romantic, is saying a lot. Okay, going back to the definition of hopeless: beyond hope, beyond repair, beyond recovery. Okay, it says with no chance of success. Okay, with no chance of success, man. And if you're a woman and you have this mindset, even if you're offended, the best thing for you to do is humble down and just listen, man. Humble down and listen. Okay, one thing about the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, with patience, it explains everything, man. All brothers and sisters have heard things that kind of rub them, a certain way. And as they be patient and pray on it and listen, then it starts to click. It starts to make sense, man. Okay? But you spewing your emotions and your Western, all right, mindset, and that's not the way. That's not there's no victory off there, man. Okay? Now, I want to go here because dealing with that word hopeless. Now, let's deal with romantic. Let's go into what is romanticism. We hear this term and this word. Well, what is it? And this is a Renaissance, okay, ideology, okay, that came about, in the 1700s. Okay, so this is a quick video and it's going to explain these things, and it explains the modern, all right, concept of a marriage, okay, of a relationship. It explains that, and we've seen a lot of romanticism in movies, and there's always a love story or romance, narrative within almost every movie that you see. Action movie, time period movies, okay, westerns, Any movie, any series, sitcoms, there's always this romantic twist to it. Okay, so let's go into what that is, romanticism.
Since around 1750, we've been living in a highly distinctive era in the history of love that we can call Romanticism. Romanticism emerged as an ideology in Europe in the mid-18th century in the minds of poets, artists, and philosophers, and it's now conquered the world. No single relationship ever follows the romantic template exactly, but its broad outlines are frequently present nevertheless, and can be summed up as follows. Romanticism is deeply hopeful about marriage. Romanticism took marriage, hitherto seen as a practical and emotionally temperate union, and fused it together with a passionate love story to create a unique proposition, the lifelong, passionate love marriage. Along the way, Romanticism united love and sex. Previously, people had imagined that they could have sex with characters they didn't love, and that they could love someone without having extraordinary sex with them. Romanticism elevated sex to the supreme expression of love. Frequent, mutually satisfying sex became the bellwether of the health of any relationship. Without necessarily meaning to, Romanticism made infrequent sex and adultery into catastrophes. Romanticism proposed that true love must mean an end to all loneliness. The right partner must, it promised, understand us entirely, possibly without needing even to speak to us. They would intuit our souls. Romantics put a special premium on the idea that our partner might understand us without needing to say anything. Romanticism believed that choosing a partner should be about letting oneself be guided by feelings rather than practical considerations. You know you're in love because you have a special feeling. Romanticism has manifested a powerful disdain for practicalities and money. It feels cold, or as we say, unromantic, to say you know you're with the right person because the two of you make an excellent financial fit, or because you gel over things like bathroom etiquette and attitudes to punctuality. Romanticism believes that true love is synonymous with accepting everything about someone. The idea that one's partner or oneself may need to change is taken to be a sign that the relationship is on the rocks. You're going to have to change is a last-ditch threat. This template of love is a historical creation. It's a hugely beautiful and often enjoyable one. But we can state boldly, Romanticism has been a disaster for relationships. It's an intellectual and spiritual movement which has had a devastating impact on the ability of ordinary people to lead successful emotional lives. The salvation of love lies in overcoming a succession of errors within Romanticism. These are some of the myths of Romanticism. That we should meet a person of extraordinary inner and outer beauty and immediately feel a special attraction to them and they to us. We should have highly satisfying sex, not only at the start, but forever. We should never be attracted to anyone else. We should understand one another intuitively. We don't need an education in love. We may need to train to become a pilot or brain surgeon, but not a lover. We'll pick that up along the way by following our feelings. We should have no secrets and spend constant time together. Work won't get in the way. We should raise a family without any loss of sexual or emotional intensity. Our lover must be our soulmate, best friend, co-parent, co-chauffeur, accountant, household manager, and spiritual guide. If we question the assumptions of the romantic view of love, it's not in order to destroy love, but to save it. We need to piece together a post-romantic theory of couples, because in order to make a relationship last, we have to be disloyal to the romantic emotions that get us into it in the first place. We need to replace the romantic template with a psychologically mature vision of love we might call classical, and which encourages in us a range of unfamiliar but hopefully effective attitudes. For example, that it's normal that love and sex may not always belong together, that discussing money early on, up front, in a serious way, is not a betrayal of love. That realizing that we're rather flawed, and our partner is too, is of huge benefit to a couple because it increases the amount of tolerance and generosity in circulation. That we will never find everything in one person, nor they in us, not because of some unique flaw, but because that's just the way human nature is. That we need to make immense and often rather artificial-sounding efforts to understand one another. That intuition can't get us where we need to go. and that spending 2 hours discussing whether bathroom towels should be hung up or can be left on the floor is neither trivial nor unserious. There is a special dignity around issues of laundry and timekeeping. All these attitudes and more belong to a new, more hopeful, post-romantic future for love.
So you see, all right, that a lot of modern, relationships are rooted, in what we call romanticism. And you see how with romanticism is about not holding anyone accountable. It's about feelings. It's not about the practical, okay? Because marriage is a business. Like you can't go into there with just feelings and, or great sex. That's why, you see with romanticism, sex is at the forefront. They try to build a marriage based off sex. There's a lot of marriages, is they try to build off that, and you can't. Now, sex is great, man. Like, okay, as a man, okay, of course, you love sex and the pleasure, that comes with it. Men and women. It's a beautiful thing that the Lord created. Okay, but it wasn't meant to be the foundation, okay, of a marriage just based on the part of pleasure. Okay, like I say, pleasure was the incentive to be fruitful and multiply. Okay, marriage is based on duty and responsibility, and over time you're going to develop a friendship with your wife. You're going to develop chemistry with your wife. All right, she's going to naturally be your business partner. Okay, because she will be trained up with a skill set. Okay, not just winging it. See, this romanticism teaches you just to wing it. Okay, two broke people with no plans, just in love. Okay, it's screwing. You see, and this is the fantasy that a lot of people, especially the nigga woman, they have this romanticized mindset towards marriage. That's why you kept hearing what's a hopeless romantic. All right, she kept saying, "What if I'm not happy? What if I'm not this? What if I'm not that?" That's a romantic mindset. Okay, that marriage is centered around your emotions and your feelings, not duty. Because you notice nothing was mentioned about children, nothing was mentioned about legacy, nothing was mentioned about an inheritance. Okay, none of those things. It was all romanticism was based around the emotions of two adults. Okay, had nothing to do, all right, with responsibility, man. Had nothing to do with duties. Had nothing to do with having the skill set of a wife, the skill set of a husband. Okay, and that's far from who we are as a people. Okay, that's far from the format that the Lord set up for marriage. Of course, there was love, man. Okay, of course, communication was involved, man. That's another thing. You're supposed to understand your partner without communicating. That's some stupid shit, man. Okay, but this is what the modern woman is seeking after. Okay, a romantic. Okay, and that's why they always want to. Even she said, I'm stuck with one man. I can't try other men. She wants to. She's on the quest for their continual great sex. Okay, that has become at the forefront. Okay, of modern relationships, man. And that's why they make these terrible decisions. When you look at the baby fathers of a lot of the women of the tribes, it was just based off sex, man. Okay, because he had the ability to give you this certain orgasm, he should be a father. It's like, okay, all right, terrible decision making, man. Okay, but let's get some examples in the scriptures. Okay, first let's go here. We've been getting this. We're gonna keep getting it, man. Okay, we understand that marriage is according to the scripture, Tobit 8 and 5, it said, then began Tobit to say, blessed art thou. Tobit 8:5, it said, then began Tobit to say, blessed art thou, O power of our fathers, and blessed is the holy and glorious name forever. Let the heavens bless thee, and all thy creatures. Thou madest Adam, and gave him Eve, his wife, for an helper and a stay. Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, it is not good that man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself. Okay? So the order and the dynamic of marriage is set up in the scriptures from the beginning. You know? It was a union where the man was the head and the woman was his aid. Okay? And whatever responsible, because the Lord gives certain men certain responsibilities, man. If you're a carpenter, that's your responsibility to the community, man. Ultimately to the earth. Okay? And the woman will aid you in your responsibility as a man. Okay? People are not just here to be here, man. No, you have a responsibility, all right, to bring forth and produce another generation, man. Okay? And that's why when you take that aspect out of marriage, their responsibility out of marriage, then you can bring in, you know, the same sex madness, and you can say this is love. This is love. On the romanticism, you can bring in lewdness and say that this is love, man. Okay? So let's go here. Let's get these accounts. Now this is Genesis. Now what if romanticism was applied in this situation, man? Okay? This is Genesis 16:1. It says, now Sarai, Adam's wife, bare him no children, and she had a handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said unto Abram, behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. Okay, I pray thee, go in unto my maid, that it may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarah. So I want to deal with the mindset of it's Sarai here, where we know her name is turned to Sarah, and Abram's name is going to be turned to Abraham. Okay, but you go into her mindset, it's bigger than her, because she understands that her husband has an enterprise with no heirs. Okay, so it's bigger. This was bigger than her emotions, man. And that's another thing. Romanticism. You're not supposed to be attracted to anyone else. Now, as a woman, you shouldn't be attracted to anyone else. But as a man, okay, that's impossible. We're not wired like that, man. Okay, that's why it said being attracted to someone else is a catastrophe. You know, and that's why you have it in the movies and the songs, men, you know, singing and apologizing to women for dealing with other women. Okay, you see in the movies when the man deals with another woman, that the movie is so dramatized, like it's just the worst thing that can ever happen in existence as a man dealing with another woman. You know, and the women, you know, she cries and she's depressed, and everyone in the movie, you know, look at the man at this villain, and everyone sympathizing with the woman. That was all an enchantment, man. And that's why women react like that today. Just the thought, you look at you look at a woman smile at you, it's like, how could you? How dare you? Okay, but that's all rooted in the philosophies of romanticism, man. Okay, which is unrealistic. Okay, but what if Sarah had a romantic mindset? It would have been like, well, we just ain't gonna have no heirs. You know, I guess it ain't just meant for us to have no heirs then, Abram. You know, if she had a romantic mindset, it don't work. It's not practical, man. Okay, so let's go here to Genesis 30. This is Genesis 30:1. See, and you're gonna see that the women understood their responsibility in the marriage, their role, their purpose, man. It wasn't based off emotions and feelings. Of course, the woman, you know, gonna be emotional in certain things, all right. But that wasn't that didn't guide the marriage. Her emotions, man. Okay, our emotions gonna flare up and get involved, yeah. But that's not what's supposed to guide the marriage, man. This is Genesis 31. It says, and when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children. Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children or else I die. Okay, and show you how bad the women wanted to be mothers. Most of the women in this society just want to do them. Okay, this is verse 2. It says, and Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in God's stead, who have withheld thee from the fruit of the womb? All right, so he's like, look, man, I can't. We doing what we supposed to do on our end. Ain't nothing else we could do. Now, that's not my call. It's on the Most High. Okay, and he says, and he said, and she said, behold, my maid Bala, go in unto her. And that's another thing. That's a cut. Women. This whole woman is God, and all these different things because the woman bring forth life. Well, nah, because you can have the act of sex and no life can be brought forth until the Lord ordains it, man. Okay, so that whole myth of the woman bringing forth life, nah, man. Okay, she not in control of life. Okay, she's a carrier of life. She plays a vital role in bringing forth seed. Okay, but the say that she's the carrier of life, nah, man. That she's the bringer of life. She creates life, nah, she doesn't. Okay, and it says, and she said, behold, my maid Bala, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may have children by her. And she gave him Bala her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went unto her, and Bala conceived, and Jacob bare a son. So it's the same concept. It's about bringing forth heirs for the enterprise, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have enterprises, man. Brothers going to have businesses and realms to pass down to their seed, man. Okay? And you talking about limiting it to one woman a year? What if, because you can have one child a year with a woman. So what if you have four daughters, your first 4 children in the kingdom? So now you've been in the kingdom 4 years as a king and you don't have no heir to anything that you got. You don't have no heir. Okay? Nah, man, that's the problems of this world, man. We're not gonna have that in the kingdom, man. All right, won't be no romanticism, man. Okay, would it be love? Would it be joy? Would it be pleasurable? Would it be, beyond what we can even conceive? Absolutely. Okay, well, it's not gonna be based off a romantic standard, man. Okay, Western romantic standard. Okay, and it says, and Rachel said, the Most High have judged me, and have also heard my voice, and have given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan. And Bala, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bare Jacob a second son. And Rachel said, with great wrestling have I wrestled with my sister, and have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. When Leah saw that she had left barren, she took Zipporah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. So Leah is looking at these children coming, through Rachel's handmaid, and she ain't barren anymore. So she like, look, we gotta churn some more babies out. So she gets her handmaid, and it's all based around, responsibility and duty and the forwarding, of their husband's enterprise, man. Okay. You don't think they develop relationships and tell you how much Rachel was his favorite wife? That's just how it be, but you don't think he had relationships with these women, and you don't think that they sipping wine and kicked it at times, man. But that's not the foundation of it. Okay, it says, and Zipporah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son, and Leah said, a troop cometh. Okay, and it says, and she called his name Gad. All right, so you see that the legacy, that's being built, all right, based on our forefathers and our foremothers having this mindset of responsibility and thinking about the next generation, thinking about legacy. Okay, now you have these same, tribes that populate the earth today. Okay, It came from Jacob, all right, and these 4 women through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. What if romanticism was used here, man? You know? you see? Selfishness, man. And then Rachel was only thinking about herself, or Leah was only thinking about herself. Okay? That selfish mindset ain't gonna make it okay in the kingdom, man. Okay, we gotta be born again. So that's the point, man. You know, I just wanted to go into that. You know, I'm looking at some stuff, listened to some stuff yesterday, man. I thought that'd be good to go into. So Lord will you brothers, all right, and you sisters, edify till the next time I say shalom.